To our next guest with her sister. She is one of Hollywood's most powerful women and has managed to cram a lifetime into only 18 years. Since her debut at the age of 9 months as part of the TV show Full House, she's now moved on to her first feature film, New York Minute. It's out around Australia and New Zealand on Thursday. Here's a look.
I can't even function without my day planner. You know, I'm trying to think of a reason to keep on living. Still trying. Still trying? Still trying. You need to chill, okay? You just need to relax. Relax? How am I supposed to relax? My relaxation tips are in my day planner. Snap out of it. Don't hit me.
Hello to Ashley Olsen. Now, lovely to see you. You look wonderful. How are you doing?
Thank you. I'm good, thank you. Thank you. I'm sorry, I couldn't be there.
That's all right. I was going to say, obviously, a lot of people are aware that you and your lovely sister Mary Kate were to join us live in our studio tonight. Couldn't happen. A lot of people know why, but fill us in. How are things going?
Things are good. Things are good. Things are good the way they are right now.
And how's Mary Kate doing?
She's good. It's actually kind of perfect timing. I know we're supposed to be there and be there with you guys, but it's kind of she needs to think about herself and take care of herself right now until before she could go ahead and please other people. So it's kind of worked out perfectly.
Well, it must be good too, because obviously you do have the film to promote, but it's obviously something that she felt she needed to do, so obviously a tough decision to make.
Right, and so I'm here, and she's here in spirit supporting the film.
And tough for you, and for a sister anyway, but also being a twin, seeing your sister having to go through something like this?
Yeah, I think it's hard, but at the same time, we're so thankful that all of our fans and everyone are being really supportive. So it's good.
And also, too, because of you mentioning the fans, I mean, with what Mary Kate is going through, is it something that you worry about being... You are role models, the two of you, and her as well, and you individually. Is it something you worry about how this might reflect upon people who look up to the two of you?
It's actually kind of funny that you say that, because more now than ever have we heard from our fans saying it's such a brave thing that she's done, and so many people suffer from the same thing. It's not just it's so many people suffer from this, and we've gotten so much support because I think everyone realizes that it is an issue that people don't necessarily always talk about, or I don't know. It's a big issue, and so the fact that she's taking responsibility and taking care of herself, I think people really respect that.
And also good on you too, because I know this must be tough. I mean, although it's Mary Kate who is physically going through it, you're the one who's almost put in the firing line in a sense. So thank you very much for taking the time to chat to us.
No problem. Thank you.
Okay, so let's move on, please, and give her our best too, won't you?
Okay.
And now let's move on to brighter things. You graduated high school, I don't know, you call it college?
Oh, yeah, we graduated high school and we're going to college.
Going to college. We call it university, but about to start up.
College.
Now,
right.
Yeah, in August, you start up there. What are you hoping to study?
I hope to study, so many things. I think I'm signed up for, to take Italian right now and to take a cinema class. So there's many things you have to take, writing seminar and, a couple other classes. But, I kind of want to take this time to study things that I wouldn't get the opportunity to study if I, didn't go to college.
And also because you completed your senior year while you were making New York Minute. That must have been very tough.
Yes.
What are you trying to do? Run yourself into the ground?
No, it was tough, but at the same time, this is all I know. I've been doing this since I was 9 months old, starting on Full House. This is kind of all we know. We work and we do school, and so it was a little more difficult because we had to take on, a lot of responsibility doing the movie. But, you know, it's kind of all we know.
And tell us a little bit about the film. Of course, you play sisters. Surprise, surprise. It's hard when you're an identical twin not to do something else.
Right. Well, it's an action comedy that takes place in 24 hours. And, you know, it's a great family movie. You know, everyone in the family can go see it and hopefully, you know, enjoy something, enjoy a part of the film, or connect with some part of the film. You know, my character is very, you know, uptight and, you know, kind of type A personality and a germophobic. And Mary-Kate's character is kind of, you know, rock and roll girl and a little more rebellious. But they're both very driven characters at the same time.
And what I thought was very gutsy is it looked like you did most of your own stunts, and there's a few. You're falling from high places, and you're crowd surfing in a miniskirt.
Yeah, we basically did all of the stunts, except for the stuff, you know, that we, you know, contractually couldn't do because it was too dangerous. But we tried to do everything that we could, and we had fun. I mean, I got to learn how to, you know, drive a car backwards, you know, swerving in and out of cones, and, you know, falling out of buildings, and, you know, Mary-Kate got to play the drums and drive a stick shift. So, yeah, we learned, you know, quite a few things on this movie.
And I did mention it earlier, very gutsy, because there's a scene where the two of you are crowd surfing. Mary-Kate has shorts on, but you have a miniskirt on. And I have to think, even from a guy's perspective, I've never worn a miniskirt. Well, you know, not in public anyway. And I still know that would have been tough to do.
Well, if you watch the scene carefully, you see my hands constantly keeping the skirt down, you know, and I think that was throughout the whole movie, you know, me grabbing, you know, different parts, making sure that nothing's going to fall off or fly up. So I was very conscious.
And no wandering hands in the crowd, I hope.
Right. No, we made sure of that, you know, stunt guys to catch us.
Excellent. Well, the film New York Minute, it's out on Thursday in Australia and New Zealand. Thank you very much for chatting to us. And, of course, as I mentioned, all the best to your sister, Mary-Kate. Ashley Olsen, ladies and gentlemen. We're back to the City Lights.